So welcome everyone. Yeah, we are really about to start. Cristina is also joining us. Welcome, Cristina. Yeah, I think every one of you, yeah, you know, like all these rules about the mute, and yeah, so I think this is not. It's not important to start explaining all of this. So we are gonna just start, and yeah, maybe just for you to know, we are here in the Impact Hub Madrid, and we are Marta and I. Marta is in the back, so and yeah, and we have today also a special invitation, which is Julia Ramos, which is also a friend of us, but is one of the of the people that is introducing the dragon dreaming here in Spain, and she has been also working with Gaia Education, which is an organization really close to the Global Eco-Village Network, and she has experience in the field of sustainability. And yeah, and we invite her because of the issue of the topic of the dragon dreaming, that she's now working here in Spain with other people, doing workshops and helping groups to enter in the wave, yeah. And yeah, so today we are gonna be with her, and she's gonna first introduce and speak a little bit about dragon dreaming and about in which step we are now in the game, and we are gonna just like make a relationship with the state of the dragon dreaming, and yeah, I think it's gonna be really useful. And after the presentation, we can also do questions and reflections, and so if you have like specific questions or related with the design of your project, we can also speak a little bit with Julia about that. So just let's start, and yeah, really thank you, Julia, for joining us. For us, it's very special to be in this project and also to be with you. So yeah, so it's just your moment.
Hello. Hello, very nice to meet you all. I'm super happy to be able to facilitate for the first time a small webinar on dragon dreaming. Well, thanks for the invitation as well. It's great. And I see a friend. Oh my God, I see someone in the group that I know. And this is great. Senam. Hola. So I feel at home actually. Hola. Hello.
Hola.
Hey, big hug.
I know you know each other.
Yeah.
Okay.
So good, so good. So, anyways, I hope that well, I wish that the whole webinar is gonna last around 1 hour, 1 hour and a half, and let's dive into it. If you feel like having any questions and at any point, just please ask me, stop me, okay? And let's go for it. I'm gonna share my screen and see here. Okay, so today, as Javi said, we're gonna speak about a bit of dragon dreaming. What is dragon dreaming, especially referring to the point where you're now. Just to say that dragon dreaming is a very, very complex and holistic tool. Like normally the minimum webinar, the minimum course or workshop is around 20 hours. So today we're just gonna have an appetizer, a small appetizer. And I was sharing with Javi, he was sharing with me where you're at. So I feel that you're moving from the dreaming to the planning, and this is where we're going to focus today. But I'm very open to answer your needs. So if there is something specific that you need from my side, it's very welcome. Okay. Oh yeah, we have. Sorry, we have some problems with the sound. Yeah.
Mukund, welcome Mukund. Can you mute, please? Welcome. Cool. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay, so let's go. Me oyen bien, seguro, ¿no? Okay, good. I was checking if you hear me well. Okay, so we're gonna start as we like to start in Dragon Dreaming, always with a small check-in. It's a way to know each other better, even if we're working in our own teams, and it's always very good and very well recommended to start any meeting that you have with check-in. So this time we're gonna share 3 things, okay? One is your name, so I'm aware of all your faces and your names. The second one is your inner weather, which means how do you feel in comparison with the weather? So, and I'll give an example in a minute. And the third thing that you're gonna share is what should be explained in this session today that can help you in the current state of your project development, okay? What should be explained today that can help me in the current development of my project, okay? Okay, let's go. So let's see. Well, my name is Julia. My inner weather is like a thunderstorm at this very moment. My heart is beating very fast. And well, the third question I won't answer because it's your turn to answer. So I'm gonna speak the names of the people that I see here on my screen. So it's Arin. Can you share your name and your inner weather?
Hi, I'm Arin, and my inner weather is calm. I don't know. Do I have to say it like something? It's calm. I'm very calm right now. Relaxed.
Okay, and what would you like to know today that could help you in the project, in the state of your project development?
I'm very curious to learn about dragon dreaming as a concept. I've heard a lot about it, but I've never known anything about it. And I'm here to take anything else that comes my way.
Okay, thank you. Then let's go for Senam.
My name is Senam. People can call me Seko. My project is eco-village, spiritual eco-village. In English, is a spiritual eco-village centre des hommes, which means we need to create an eco-village and a cultural center to empower our community, and have a project of volunteer path, which follow the program we have. Yes, I'm living in Togo, West Africa. Okay.
And what is your inner weather? How do you feel today?
Oh, today is a sunny day here. Everything here is the sun is very bright here, and I feel good. I'm wake up today and everything is good. Yeah, I feel good. I feel good today. Yeah. Thank you to ask.
Thank you.
Okay.
So, Elena, can you go next?
Of course. So, yes, my name is Elena, and my inner weather, I think it is like the weather outside, one of those 40 degrees days in Madrid. I am I am starting my holidays tomorrow. I need to finish lots of things, and I am stressed, and I'm thinking about changing my planning for holidays because I need to work. And I'm stressed. And what else? And what I need to know. We've been working in this project for 1 year, and I really feel that it is at that point where we need to do something different, to think things in another way, because we needed to go into a different level. And I don't know what I need you to explain me, but I really think that I need my project to go to a different level.
Thank you. So let's have Reliki. Sorry for my pronunciation.
Don't worry. My name is Ruleke, and my inner weather is stormy. I feel I'm in the middle of a storm in my projects, but the storm will make things clear, so I guess it's needed to go in a slightly different direction. And what I'd like to learn, or I don't have anything specific now, but I think it will help me to learn more about the project.
Okay, thank you. Javier Moreno. Ahora.
My inner weather is windy.
Rainy?
Wine. A lot of wine.
Sorry, a lot of what?
Wine.
Wine? Like wine, the drink?
No.
Wind.
Wind.
Ah, okay.
Okay, viento, ¿verdad?
Sí.
Okay.
Anything that you would like to know today in the session that I could help you?
A lot of things in the environment.
Okay. Who do we have? Leticia. Hola, Leticia. Okay.
I am Leticia. My winter weather today is to be open to learn and share with you. And I am very happy to be here again and see your faces. And I want to know, I know that we use Dragon Dreaming, but I don't know, I learned it doing it, and I don't know exactly where it is in our workshops, and I want to know more about it, and I am here to do.
Okay, thank you. Perfect. Namaste. Merve.
Hello, Merve.
You're mute.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hello. Nice to be here again after a long time. Sorry, I couldn't attend for a long time. So today, how I am? I think in my inner weather, the movements or air circulation is too fast, although I want to slow down. It is too fast in these days. And my intention today is to reconnect to Impulse game today and to catch up with the emails and everything again. Yeah, I will. And about Dragon Dreaming, I always heard about it, but I don't know, and I'm really curious about it. Just by the name, it attracts me a lot. I like it.
So we have here Saloa.
Saloa?
Vale, yeah.
Yeah.
Hello, Saloa.
Hi. I've been a little bit late. I'm doing this with an iPad, and I'm really full on technologies, so I'm learning. I don't know exactly what are the questions. I think that you are asking about how we are in this moment and what do we want to learn from in this workshop. And I don't know, I'm really curious about this methodology. I have to say that I never listened about it before, and also in the game I'm like a sponge. I'm taking things from everybody. So yeah, thank you for this workshop, and let's see. Yeah.
Okay, thanks for sharing. Asir.
All right, hello, I hope you can hear me.
Yes.
So, my name is Azir, and my inner weather is, like cool sand on the beach, and the waves just coming and touching it, and just slowly getting more and more excited and very happy to be here with all of you. So, I'm very open to receive and see where we can go. Sailing together, swimming together, or walk around naked on the beach, dancing around. Dragon dreaming, I went through the process that I received, and it sounds very exciting. So I'm very curious to know more about it, and to see how I can use this, and we can all make a common dream more personal and a personal dream more common. So, thank you.
Thank you. Mukun. He disappeared. Yes.
So, my inner weather, it seems like it's quite windy here and it's hot, so I think I will outside and feeling very hot and windy at the same time. And I've heard of traveling a lot from people around, but I don't know exactly what it is, so I think I'm excited about knowing what exactly I can do with it.
Okay, thank you. So, we're going to go to Admire. Are you there still? He's frozen. Yeah, the connection. Yeah. So, okay, we're going to go to Irini and Donna. Good morning.
Hi, good morning. Good morning. So yes, I am Irini. My inner weather is early dawn, where the sun is coming up and everything is slowly waking up, and hopefully me too, along with everything. And about dragon dreaming, I have done a training actually. I have done a week-long training combined with other things. And when did I do it? Like a year and a half ago, I think, 2 years ago. And what I would love, because what I've been feeling is that in my head at least, it's so complex with so many things and so much theory and so many steps and so many little papers on the floor and so complicated. And I feel that I was very excited for this exactly because it's short, because I would really love if we could like tear it down to the basics and have it in a way that can really like help us and support us in a more simplified version.
Okay, thank you. I'll try.
Hello everyone, I'm Donna. My inner weather is foggy. But hopefully the sun will shine today. And we are in Lima, by the way, in Peru, and it's quite foggy like every day. So I'm working with the weather. And in terms of dragon dreaming, I heard so much about it. Irene has explained to me all about her experience. And in our workshops, the part that we connect with dragon dreaming is the part where people embody their dream as if it's real and it happened. And, you know, they do like a little act to show that it's already been done, it's been realized. But I would love to be able to learn more, and definitely on my list of things to do is to put myself on a dragon dreaming full-on training at some point.
Thank you. I have Ivan Lucas.
Yes, Ivan.
Hello.
Hello.
My name is Ivan, and my inner weather today, it's been a very rainy day, but from a few minutes ago I see the rainbow. The rainbow is coming, so the rain's stopping and the rainbow is coming. And how the dragon dreaming could help my project. So when I see the logo of the dragon, it's like a flying dragon, you know, like going like a serpent. So that it is my project. It is flying. It is going in every direction, everything. But then the dragon is round now. So I think that could help me that way, no? Making that crazy dragon round.
Good. Mayra, are you there?
Hi, yeah. So my name is Mayra. My inner weather today is warm and calm, so it's fine, it's cool. Yeah, regarding dragon dreaming, I'm very open at this moment to learn about methodologies that can help me to get together, enjoy, play, and planning. So I'm very curious on how this is going to happen for us with dragon dreaming and with this cycle in particular. And I'm sure anything you will explain to us will help. I mean, in this, I'm just absorbing and putting things into my plate. So yeah, good that you're here.
Thank you. Okay, we have 3 left. I think Marta.
No, Marta.
Marta is here. Cristina.
Yes, Cristina. Cristina, are you there?
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. My name is Cristina. Sorry for my English, because my English is a shit, but I try. And if I don't understand.
Yes, I can help you with the translation.
Okay.
It's just that ¿cuál es como tu tiempo, tu clima interior? ¿Y en qué el Dragon Dreaming crees que te puede ayudar? Inner weather.
Today sun, full sun. And in my project, now in my life, I'm working with my dragon in this moment, and for me it's very important to see the dragon in my project, but maybe it's possible fly with.
Thank you. Very good English. Come on.
No, but it's good.
Okay, so I have 2 left. Alejandra.
I don't know if you are there, Alejandra.
No, and Admire. And I think the connection is not good.
Yeah,
You know?
I don't know. Admire wrote in the chat that he can hear us, but maybe we are not hearing you.
Okay.
So, okay, let's go.
Okay, so I want you all to stretch up a bit. Let's do a bit of stretching. before we move into the theory, all that storm, all that sun, all that wind that is around us and in us, inside us, just like, release. And let's start. Good. Okay, so where is my screen? Back to my screen, here. Okay.
Hello.
Oh, we have admired, no, I think?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Your beautiful inner weather.
So my name is Admire, and how I'm feeling, I think thunder. I think I'm someone who likes to crack into the new beginning of life. And so I can see myself as a thunder. And I think with the dragon, what I would want, I think, is to really understand it. And if it is an applicable way that we could use for our dreaming and planning, how best and simple can we use it in the dreaming?
Okay.
Did you hear me?
Yes. I did hear everything.
And now I remember you, Julia, from Gen Africa.
Ah, another friend. Good. Good. Ok. ¿Así ven toda la pantalla? Esto es lo que está cortado.
No.
Sí, no ves lo de arriba.
Yes, we are just.
¿Ven? Y aquí tampoco.
Igual simplemente puedo.
Okay, doesn't matter. We'll try. Así. Okay, so as we said, I'm gonna make a small introduction about me, but very small. As Javi was saying, I'm a Dragon Dream facilitator since I think 2 or 3 years ago, and it has meant a real big change in my life personally. I think Dragon Dreaming is not only a project design tool, but a life tool. And it's helping, as I said, it's helping me very, very, very much personally. I'm also working for Gaia Education. Here is my email. If you want to write to me about any doubts that you have about Dragon Dreaming or the work of Gaia Education, you're very welcome. And then the story of us, I think we're all here because we want to create projects with a new consciousness, and at least that's my dream. And from what I heard from your profiles, it's a bit similar, so I celebrate. And now Dragon Dreaming. How can Dragon Dreaming help us in this adventure of new projects with new consciousness? So let's see. Next. Okay. I'm not going to spend much time talking about the history of Dragon Dreaming. I think Javi shared already an ebook, and I can also send you, I think, the most actual ebook as well, and you can read the story and what is coming from and all that. And I'd like to go into the juice. So, as it says here, Dragon Dreaming is a project design tool that seeks to create projects with a win-win-win culture. And for me, the most beautiful definition of what Dragon Dreaming is love in action. It's pure love in action. But as this sounds very hippie, I'll go for the more logical project design tool definition. And what is a win-win-win culture? This is the change I think Dragon Dreaming offers to all of us. So we think that this win-win culture should be done in 3 stages or in 3 levels, or This is also very much coming from the permaculture vision, and that also has like three ways of understanding permaculture. So it's personal growth, it's community building, and it's service to the earth. So every Dragon Dreaming project should help us to have a better relationships with ourselves, to be able to work better in teams, and to give more than we receive. That means to leave the earth better than we found it. So I think we're all also very much into this mind frame. And it offers us an opportunity, as you can see at the bottom of the screen, like to see myself, to see others, and to see the world with new eyes. So please bear in mind that this is the most important about Dragon Dreaming. I need to create projects where I'm going to be well with myself, where I'm going to be well with the group that I'm working with, and that I'm going to give more than I receive. So, how to create a win-win-win culture? Because it seems like very super fun and great in just words, but how do we do that? For me, the first thing is that we need to learn to work with silence, with awareness, and with nonviolent communication. Why silence? Because it's a way to really connect with ourselves, with our inner needs, with our inner wants, with our fears, with our true self. Yeah, basically our true self. And then not only like to connect with that silence, that inner silence that we all have inside, but also like to be able to communicate with other people. How do we feel? What do we feel about something? ¿Ellos me ven? No. Sí. ¿Sí? Vale, okay. I'm just checking if you can see me. Because it's very weird to be just talking to a screen. Super weird. Okay. Yeah. Sorry, I'm going to try to see you at the same time. Because I'm telling you that Dragon Dreaming is about people, it's about me, it's about you, and I don't see you. This is very weird. So I'm going to try to see you in the screen. See, this is a minute for inner silence. Allá va. Aquí, no, aquí pues baja todas las ventanas y a ver si te aparece por ahí, tiene que estar muy pequeño. A lo mejor está en alguna. ¡Ah! ¡Hola! Sorry, I wasn't able to see you, and now, oh my God, now I don't see you again. Ah, yeah, now I do see you. Thank you. Much better. Voila. Thank you. Oh, good. Perfect. Okay, so I was saying that how do we create this win-win-win culture? So first, start to work with silence. I don't know if any one of you has worked with, how do they call it, these new age people? Mindfulness. Thank you, that's the word, mindfulness. So now that it's very in fashion, like to, to work with mindfulness, it's something very old. And Dragon Dreaming is coming from the Aborigines in Australia. But you have it in many cultures. You have it in the Tibetan culture, in the Indian culture. So how to be able to connect with ourselves. So we're going to do a small exercise all together now to be able to connect with this silence. And this is what we call Pinakari. Pinakari is an Aborigine word coming from Australia, and it means deep listening. And it means deep listening because it's deep listening to ourselves and to the earth. So we're trying to build in this bridge between our heart and the heart of the earth, the Gaia. Okay? So, wait. So I'm gonna ask you to sit comfortable on your chair. Okay. And close your eyes. Close your eyes. Feel your feet on the floor. And start to become aware of your breathing. How the air goes in your nostrils and how the air goes out. And just focus on your breathing. The air that we're breathing has thousands of years of age. It's the same air that all our ancestors have breathed. And is what connects us to the present moment. So just feel the air. And now, bring your awareness to your heart. Feel how your heart is beating at this moment. Is it beating fast or slow? And just observe it with no judgment. Now, I invite you to bring your attention to your hara. Your hara is placed under your belly button. This is your point of energy, where your light, as a warrior of the light, resides. Bring your breathing to this point and feel how the air inflates your belly and deflates your belly. And finally, try to feel everything at the same time. How the energy from the earth is moving from your feet up to your legs, up to your belly button, up to your heart, and up to your head. And it's going down again in a beautiful energy circle. Thank you. And now when you feel ready, you can open your eyes and go back to the session. Well, I love this too. It's beautiful to bring awareness to the state of your heart and your emotions and your level of energy. So we use Pinakari a lot in Dragon Dreaming in a way to connect with the rest of the group, with our feelings, and be able to communicate from this point. So if we go back to the win-win culture, in Dragon Dreaming we want to allow you to think, or we invite you to think that to work in the limit of chaos is the place for maximum creativity. And what do I mean by the place of chaos is the place of maximum creativity? Well, for me, this figure, the yin and yang, really represents that. We're all, like, for example, I can be white and Javi can be black, and we can be working in the same project together and see things completely different. But it's in this border, in the border of white and black, where we have this maximum creativity. And it doesn't mean that we're gonna create a gray color. It means that we want to have the whole picture, where the black and the white go together. Because I'm aware that he has a small white in his heart, and I have a small black in my heart. And we need to connect those to be able to understand. That is about a win-win culture. And if you look at permaculture, the permaculture vision, permaculture says that the same thing. It's in this ecotono, in the limits, where we find the maximum diversity and where things really grow. So this is our invitation with this win-win-win culture, to try to find people in your teams all this that is different from you, but that is going to enrich your life. And this is what is going to make a big difference. So we would also like to work with collective intelligence. And I don't know if you have worked with collective intelligence before. I think you have. What is collective intelligence? So this, what you see now, is what I call the pizza of knowledge. And it looks like a pizza. And if you look at the top side, this small slide that you see at the top is what I know. For example, me, Julia, what do I know? I know that I can drive. I know that I like cinema. I know that I can cook. I know, these are all the things that I know, that I'm aware that I know. Then the second slide of the pizza is what I don't know. So me as Julia, I know that I cannot drive an helicopter, that I'm terrible at skiing, and all those things that I really am aware that I don't know, okay? What about the rest? All the rest, all this big part of the pizza, what does it mean? Well, these are all the things that I don't have a clue, that I don't know. So this sounds very weird, but if you consider when you're interacting with other person, when someone comes to you and says something and you go like, aha, it's like something, it's making sense. It's like the light bulb, the small light bulb lighting up above your head and saying, wow, and now I know something new. And it might not be that, that you weren't really aware, but now it came as a real truth. You understood something, you enrich your life. Now you know something better. So this is an aha moment, okay? This is what we call the aha moments. Those moments of enlightenment due to or because of other person. and with the interaction of with other persons. So if we look at, yeah, someone there? No? Okay. So if we look at this concept of collective intelligence, is the addition of the different things that different people know, okay? And we need in this 21st century to be able to work with different perspectives, different visions, and see the life and the richness of all these aha moments that other people bring to us. And this sounds very romantic, but if you look at when you're working in a project, in a team, and you don't like very much what someone else is saying, and it's really influencing your work, then this aha moment or this collective intelligence doesn't seem so romantic. But we need to face that, and we need to work with that. Always keep in mind this yin and yang symbol. I think is the key, okay? Bien. Okay. So then, remember, win-win-win culture. So personal growth, community building, and service to the earth. Okay? So personal growth is very related to the silence and the non-violent communication. The community building is this idea of being able to work with chaos and with maximum creativity. And this idea of collective intelligence, how to develop more collective intelligence in a group. And the last one, the service to the earth, is what I said before. It's like, how can we leave everything better than we found it? And this is very simple. Imagine when you're visiting a friend, you're just like, I don't know, visiting someone in Peru, for example, a friend of yours, and you're staying at his place or her place. And you want to leave the space better than you found it. And you can do it in a very, very small example, or you can do it on a planetary level. Okay, so all of those matter, and they're important in this change. Okay, so a bit more of theory. In Dragon Dreaming, we talked about, and I think someone said it before, I think it was Irini, I think. Yeah, Irini. In Dragon Dreaming, we talk about 4 stages of the projects. And I also include that these are life stages, not only project stages. And this wheel that I'm going to show now, hello, that I'm going to show now is based on life systems theory. So let's see how it looks like. ¿Qué tal se ve? ¿Bien? Vale. Okay, so every project starts with an individual, as you see here on the right-hand side, okay, individual. It's me having a dream. I want to create an ice cream shop, for example. And as soon as the project starts to develop, it starts to move in this line or on this line towards the environment. And what is the environment? All the people that I'm going to interact and that are going to be related with my project in the future, okay? So in the beginning, it's very individual, it's just my dream. And then as soon as I share it, I create it, and I finally release it to the public, it's more in the environment. And these both are like a mirror to each other, okay? So all my actions have an impact on the environment, and the environment is showing me how my actions were. So we need to be very present and aware of the feedback of the system. So in this idea of the ice cream shop, it's very easy to say, if I don't have clients, for example, then is that I should revise my individual dream. Then, in the beginning, all the projects are very much theory, as you see on the top of the screen or on the top of the wheel. So all the ideas that we or I or we as a group have, And as soon as the project starts to develop, there are a lot about practice, as you see on the bottom of the wheel. And they're also very related. They're also a mirror to each other. So all the theory that I have in the beginning is going to be put in practice, and all the practice is going to go back to the theory so I can revise all my ideas and my, and my activities and, okay? Activities, that's not the right word. Anyways. So if we look at these two axes, the individual and the environment and the theory and the practice, it allows or it leaves us with 4 dimensions or 4 stages. Okay, the 4th stage is the dreaming phase. Okay, the 2nd stage is the planning stage. The 3rd stage is the doing stage. And the last one, and for me that's the new one about dragon dreaming, is the celebration. And we're going to talk a bit about the 4 now. What I heard from your personal projects and the impulse game that you're doing, you're very much moving from the dreaming to the planning. So you're crossing this threshold now, this axis between the individual and the theory. You're going to move now into the theory and the environment. Now you're gonna test all your dreams with people outside and see if your dream is accepted or is accepted or liked by the environment. So you're moving into a very, very special phase. So if you look at this wheel, also the right-hand side, the dreaming and the celebration, they refer also to the mind map. So, but mind map to our brain. So it means that the dreaming and the celebration are on the right, which is all the creativity that we have, the feminine side as well, and the left-hand side, which is the planning and doing, is very much related to the logic and the masculine side. Okay. So the idea is that we integrate these 4 stages in our projects. The planning and the doing are very much part of the society or the 20th century society. We very much know how to plan and how to do, but we lost contact with the dreaming and the celebration. And what is celebration? Celebration is about the party, which is good, to have a drink with friends after we have made something successful in our project. But the most important, it's about celebration, it's about feedback, it's about the learning, it's about closing this wheel. How did my dream go? How did my plan go according to my dream? How did my doing go according to my plan and my dream? And how are the results now? And please, 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 celebration means a lot about celebrating the mistakes, especially the mistakes, and also the success. We learn a lot about the things that we didn't do as planned or as dreamt. And that is the juicy stuff. That is where we can really make a difference. Okay. Something interesting about this wheel as well, I have just written 3 small steps here and 3 small steps on the planning, 3 on the dreaming and 3 on the planning. We have 3 more for the doing and we have 3 more for the celebration, but I didn't write them here as I consider that you are now moving into this dreaming and planning. So as you see, the first part of the dreaming is the awareness. And this is what I was saying before about the silence, about like really being connected to ourselves and what do we want to know, okay, or where do we want to go. So, and as I heard, you're also like moving now more or less into the designing strategies and the pilot project, no? Okay. So good. I mean, I don't want to go too much into detail into these small steps, but so that you could have them. Something very interesting about this wheel is that it's also coming from Jung. I don't know if you heard about the archetypes from Jung. And let's say we have, all of us have a comfort zone, a place where we really feel comfortable in acting or behaving, that is one of these stages. For example, I feel, Julia, that I'm very, very well planner. My comfort zone is in the planning stage, okay? Some people think that are more dreamers. Some people think that are more celebrators, and some people think that are more doers. This doesn't mean that we do have all of them inside us, but we really feel more comfortable in one or the other, okay? The idea is that we find a balance in ourselves, that we try to have a little bit of dreaming, a little bit of planning, a little bit of doing, and a little bit of celebration. And this is also very important in your projects, okay? We need to have, or we say that 25% of all our resources, time, energy, money, should go into one of these stages, okay? 25% of all our resources to dreaming, 25% to all our resources to planning, okay? And it's very important that we try to find also a balanced team. So imagine if we're all dreamers, okay? Just like our comfort zone of the 4 people in the team is dreaming. So we would have thousands of wonderful ideas, but we won't be able to materialize the dream. We would be stuck there, okay? So we need to find also a balance. How do we do that? We can train ourselves personally. Like, for example, me, I know that I'm a good planner, but I want to integrate more the celebration. Then I do exercise to let's say, bring that more into my life. Or I bring new people to my team from outside that help us in this moving in the wheel, okay? To create projects that are sustainable. Okay. And another very interesting fact. Normally, I'm not saying that this is very general, but normally, if you're a planner, like me, or I feel that I'm more comfortable in the planning, the celebration is something that is taking me out of this comfort zone. This is my chaos zone. But this is the place and the people from whom I can learn more. And remember the image of the yin and yang? This is very much that. I know that I need to integrate and I need to learn from the celebrators. I need to learn from them because this is going to bring a lot of richness to my life. And I don't know who said it before, but yeah, I think it was Ivan Lucas. These are my dragons. So if I'm a planner and I'm facing a celebrator, he represents all my dragons, all my fears, all those things that take me out of my comfort zone. But I need to learn how to dance, not to fight, to dance with my dragons. And this is the beauty of, for me, that really makes a difference. Okay, any questions so far? Let me make a stop. Si quieren preguntar, ni pueden preguntar, ¿no? Okay, no, vale, bien. I continue. Share screen. Sí. Chat. Sorry, we're checking the chat. Sorry, okay, good. Okay, so let's move on. This is what I was saying before. So invest 25% of all our resources on every stage. Very important. That the right side of the wheel is the creativity and the left side of the logic. to learn to integrate the feminine, the right, and the masculine, the left. So all these, they mean the dreamer, the planner, the doer, and the celebrators are archetypes of personality. That every person in the team is important, and that the opposite quadrant is the personal challenge for us. Those dragons is that taking me out of my comfort zone. Okay. Oh my God, thank you, Tanya. So, where are we now? So we are moving, or you are moving, from the dreaming to the planning. And I want to share with you something. Admire, can you turn off your microphone? Can you mute your microphone? Ah, vale, pues sí.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Ya, pero ya está. Thank you. So where are we now? As I was saying, okay. You know what? This is my biggest secret for you today. That your projects, friends, are not important. I'm sorry to say. I know that they're all amazing, beautiful, they can change the world, they're I don't know, they take the world to a new frame, but you know what? It's all about the people. It's really about the people, about who you're interacting with and how you're able to create a team and how you're able to be fair and true and honest to yourself. And I'm saying this because I've seen many, many projects passing in my workshops, in my consultancy, and it's amazing. The same project done by different people has a completely different result. So these are very good news. So creating projects for the 21st century, it's a lot about human relations. So I know that you've been dreaming a lot for your project now, that you have been interacting with different people, you have been harvesting ideas and doing a lot of feedback as well. And you are also trying to design now the objectives on the pilot project. I think those are the next steps. But before we move into that, and I would like to explain a bit how do we create objectives in Dragon Dreaming, I need to ask you, stop before you do that, and really go into this, what I have here, the authentic feedback to cross the threshold. So remember we did an exercise before about the Pinakari. So my suggestion is that you use this Pinakari tool to connect with yourself and ask you, before you move into the planning, 2 important questions. One is that what has been unspoken in my team, okay, in my dreaming. If you are a group of 4, group of 3, a pair, okay, try to connect with that Pinakari, with that energy, with yourself, your heart, and ask yourself these 2 questions, okay? What hasn't been unspoken, or what has been unspoken? Why didn't I say to my team? And how do I feel with the group and with the project? Feedback for us in Dragon Dreaming is a lot about human relations. So if we continue, for example, if we move into the planning stage and we haven't really said all the things that we wanted to say on a personal level, then we're gonna be stuck in the future. So try to find the time and speak about that with your team. So once you connect with your Pinakari, with yourself, and ask yourself these 2 questions, write them down and then share it with the team. Okay, and Javi told me that you have been working with appreciative feedback. So it's a good opportunity to share with your team your feelings, what you want to say before you move into the next stage. And if you know a bit about nonviolent communication, try to use that. So what I have here on the screen at the bottom is, it says to be done at every stage. So what I mean here is, like, remember the wheel that it had 4 axes? So every time we are crossing one of the axes, we should do this exercise. We should be able to let's say, get the feedback of the previous stage before we move into the next one. Okay? It's all about how we interact with each other. It's not so much about my ice cream, ideal, fantastic ice cream shop that I want to create as Julia. It's about the team. And if you do this exercise and if you need any help, just let me know, okay? Well, now, last thing. This is gonna sound a bit theoretical, maybe. Dragon dreaming, when we do the objective setting, is very practical, and it's very weird to explain it on a screen without human interaction. So I'm gonna try. Let's see what happens. So normally, in the traditional business planning, we do objectives bottom down, which means like you have 2 or 3 main objectives and then you develop them, okay, into small or more concrete objectives. And we want to do it, or we invite you to do it from bottom up, the other way around. So we're kind of working with this collective intelligence. So these are the steps to do the objective setting bottom up. So step 1, you need to get a flip chart or ¿cómo se dice? Una pizarra, a board. Thank you. You need to get a board or a flip chart. Flip chart is a big piece of paper, A1 or A2, something like that. And you need to draw this grid that I have drawn here, okay? So as you see in the grid has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Maximum 8 columns, okay? And you see that you have a line on the top. You design it exactly as it is, or you draw it exactly as it is here, okay? Step 2, then you get, if you're a team of 4, no, let's say you get in total 25 sticky notes. You know these post-it notes, okay? If you don't have, you can glue with paper, but it's fine. I mean, they need to be able to move from one place to the other. So sticky notes, post-it. So you will have 25 sticky notes per group, okay? And you divide these sticky notes into the number of members that you are in the team. So if you're 5 sticky notes per person, okay? If my calculations are right. Then you need to read your dream, if you have it written, like the dream of your project, in the past tense. I don't know if this makes sense, but some people, or for example in Dragon Dreaming, we write our dream and we write it in the past tense, like as if we have done it, because it brings energy. It brings the energy to the realization mode. You will feel that, oh my God, we have done so much. We have finally realized our dream. So that's the importance of reading something in the past tense instead of the present. Then the next step is like to do this pina carrying, so to connect with your energy. And then you write one objective per sticky note, personally, okay? So I'm Julia, and I have my 5 sticky notes in my team of 5, and I'm going to write one objective per sticky note. And you know that the objective should be SMART, so I'm not going to explain that. I know that you already got the theory, but a SMART objective per sticky notes. How do we do it in Dragon Dreaming? Instead of, we like to work with generative questions. So before writing my objective, I ask myself the following question. Which particular things need to be done first in order to achieve our dream? Okay, so which things need to be done first in order to achieve my dream? And they have to be specific, that's the objective. So that's why it's SMART, okay? So I do my pinakari, I ask myself this generative question, what things need to be done to accomplish my dream? And I write one objective per post-it, okay? Step 3. As I said, each person writes one idea on each post-it. Then, when I finish, the first person can post their notes on the flip chart. And you're gonna see now how to do it. And it says here, all similar themes are placed in perpendicular columns, and all themes that differ are placed horizontally. I'm gonna explain that. And then the second person posts and can move. Okay, this sounds very weird, but let's see. So, I stand up. I'm the first person to post my objectives in this grid. So I post this one and this one because I think they're related. Maybe they talk about, I don't know, finance, but I don't need to explain to the rest of the group. That's why I say here, work with silence. I just place one under the other because I feel they're very, very similar, but I don't need to explain. And then I place my second post-it here, and then my third post-it here, my fourth post-it here, and my fifth post-it there, okay? And I finish, and I sit down. And then I have the second team member to stand up and start placing the post-its in this grid. What is very interesting, very, very interesting about this is that the second person can start to move. She or he can move my post-its if he or she sees that these post-it are not related one to each other. So you can move. You can move it to another column. You can move this one to this column or this one to the other column, okay? So the idea is like once the second person has started to place the post-its, he or she can move around. And the rest of the team as well. Okay, we can all start to move. So in the end, we will have maximum 8 columns with different objectives organized per, let's say, because they're related to each other. So this column, they're very related to each other. This column are very related, okay? So very simple process. Try to work with silence. You would get to a moment that the whole team will be happy. You will see there is no movement and everyone is super well with it, okay? And then step 5. A team takes 1 or 2 columns to identify keywords. So we take one of these columns in pairs, for example, and we underline of each post-it the keywords. And keywords are things or no, words that are repeated many times or that they're very, very similar, okay? And with those keywords, you create a new objective that is placed at the top of the grid, okay? So you will have several keywords on this post-it, several keywords on this post-it. You get the ones here, you get the ones there, and you post them on the top, and you create a new one, Okay. So the grid in the end would look like this. So now you have all your main objectives here at the top. So remember I was saying is in Dragon Dreaming we do them bottom up, so from down to top. So that means that first we're doing kind of a brainstorming of objectives, and we're say distilling, no, that's not the word. We're summarizing in a way, summarizing to get the final objective at the top. Okay. So as a team, now we're gonna work with these 7 or 8 objectives that we have at the top. The rest are important, but they're just like to help us. The ones on the top are the ones where we are really going to focus on our energy as a team. Okay. And the last thing, and I'm almost there. Oh my God, this cannot be seen very well. A ver. So then you need to vote, because you might be a small team and we are not able to work in 8 different objectives at a time. So we need to start with 2 or 3. So how do we vote in a win-win-win culture? So we do it in something called the snowball effect. Okay, so what you see here, individual voting is snowball effect, answering the following generative question. What objective, if we as a group place all our energy on it, it will make the others to happen. So if I concentrate my energy on this one, it would have this snowball effect. It will allow the rest to happen. This is a very big difference between the most important, okay? It's not the most important, it's the one that we need to do first, concentrating all our energy and resources to be able to do the rest, okay? And we split the votes in the following way. So there are 3 votes per person, and it can be divided into 1, 1, and 1, or 2 and 1. Okay, and finally, when you finish the voting, so I'm going to go back to the previous slide. So I place my votes, maybe 1 here, 1 there, and 1 there, and the rest of the team places its votes, maybe 1 there, 1 there. Okay, so just voting the ones at the top. You would finally have 2 or 3 that have received the higher score. And these are the ones that you're going to work now, okay? Not the most important, but the ones that if we concentrate all our energy, it would allow the rest to happen, okay? And that's a different vision from creating objectives from the traditional way to the Dragon Dreaming way. Okay, let's breathe. I've been talking for 1 hour and a half. Small pinakari. Okay, so I would like you to ask questions if you have some, and to give me as well, as we're closing the session soon, some feedback. So I'm gonna have here Javi to help me. Okay. I have.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, they're telling me like whatever you feel like asking that is related to your projects at this moment.
So Arin has a question.
Yes. Firstly, thank you very much, Julia. That was amazing. And my question is, you talk about yin and yang and getting outside your comfort zone. And And then you spoke later on about teamwork and human relations. And so sometimes I feel this is at some point in the sense that I would like to say connect to some people I'm already so comfortable with, and because my relationship with them is fantastic, and I feel that maybe we have great energy, great understanding, and it would just make things easier. But then you also said the importance of yin and yang and putting me out of my comfort zone. So then do I choose, say, a person to partner with me who's actually say very different to me, who I'm not comfortable with?
Yes.
And then focus all my energy on like maintaining relations, like I mean working on relations with him or her. I don't know if I'm able to phrase my question.
Very much. Very much. What I feel about answering you is that you don't need to look for the demons. They will come. Even if you're getting very well with your colleagues now, they will come sooner or later. They're all around us. So you don't need to go and search for them, you know? Life is already too complicated. So they will come. Just like to honor and welcome and be grateful for the team that you have now, and try to bring this energy into the future when other problems will arise. Okay, so celebrate the present moment, and just be aware that sooner or later something will happen and you will need to bring this energy from the past. Did I answer your question?
I think so. It's like I don't know. I'm saying I'm very comfortable with this person, and at the same time I get very like with this person, and so it's like you want to work with the person, but at times you don't want to work. You want to like strangle the person. So just trying to figure out how to deal with that situation. Is it like a good is it a good situation? Is it something that I don't know. I don't know if I'm able to.
Yeah, my experience with this is a lot about, I've seen it in groups, you know, in groups that we're working with this mindfulness or meditation or pinakari, that it really allows us to walk through these differences, you know, and to really see something underneath human relationships. So we're able to connect much more. Even if we see separation at some point, and I see white and you see black, we do this pinakari, sometimes even connecting with the hands and like trying to connect with the heart, asking ourselves a generative question that we want to solve in this moment, this doubt. And sometimes it helps, it really helps. But there is no magic key. I mean, remember the first win, it was personal growth. So personal growth is and community building, those two, is something to work for the rest of your life. And there are many, many tools and many techniques and many. So I think it's about openness of heart and willingness to change.
Thank you. Just one, sorry. What if the person, what if I'm the only one who say is in tune with this method, or you know,
good question. Good question.
And the other person.
Good question. Wow. Well, I'm going to say two things. The first one is that there's a really good book now in English that you might have heard about. It's called, it's called from Frederic Laloux, Reinventing Organizations. Okay? And he's talking about, he's given examples about 21st century organizations. So companies that are already doing a big shift. You know, if you know a bit about spiral dynamics, he talks about these yellow turquoise organizations, okay? So what is important here is that one of the tools that these companies have in common is something called wholeness. And this wholeness, it's very much about what I said, you know, it's about this pinakari, it's about this connection. And he gives real life examples. So one thing that you can do is like to say, there are more people doing this, and I'm not the only one that is crazy, okay? And it helps, and I have, you know, data. And the other thing is that try to be open to them and say, like, I have this tool that it might work for us. Be open, not try to change people, just like to say, okay, I have this, what do you think? Listen to their feedback, and it might mean a change for your group, or it might not mean a change at all. So just try with the heart open.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Okay, who else?
Mayra.
Mayra, lower hand.
Hi. Well, thank you. First of all, thank you, Julia, for your presentation and your efforts to do it. Maybe not the way you like it better with all of us in the same room. So in fact, my first question is going to be on that sense. I feel it's a really good, a very good tool, no? But I feel it's also planned for teams that are in the same location. So how do you overcome this difficulty? I mean, is there any kind of thing that helps us or experience that can show us how to implement it when working with teams, learning buddies, or whatever, that we don't have any possibility but Skype or Zoom? Or...
I got goosebumps. That means that, yes, I know perfectly what you mean. Yeah, okay. Luckily enough, we have many online tools now that allow us to, for example, design objectives online or do a dreaming circle online. So I used to work a lot with Murali. I don't know if you know it. MURRALLY. To be able, but the name is not so important. It's a electronic board. So it's something that you can work together online and build as a team. Google Drive helps very much on this. But to tell you the truth, my personal experience is that Dragon Dreaming is for me, okay, no. 21st, new projects or projects for a new consciousness are very much about people. And my recommendation is that you need to meet personally. So try. If not, that community building is not there. And internet is great, but that's my personal limitation, and that's what I've seen. You can do much more in a 2-day face-to-face work than on 3 weeks of online work or 2 months online work. So yeah, it's all about the people.
Thank you. I have 2 more questions. Well, the second one is how can we learn more? What do you recommend us to read or to see on YouTube, or I don't know, that can help us to overcome this difficulty that we are having a training of something that is supposed to be 20 hours in 1.5 hours, no?
Okay, I'm gonna share with Javi the ebook, and I have a very good manual. It's 800 pages. That it's amazing about Dragon Dreaming, but it's a 2-year program. It's a manual like to really work on yourself, work with teams. So I can share that with you as well. And if you're more interested, we'll do all the exercises, but it's a 2-year program, I must say. And then, yeah.
Maybe just, Mayra, just one thing is that only to share with you that in the step 5, we are offering you in the materials the Dragon Dreaming manual, right? So it's like, I think 40 pages, 40 pages, more or less.
That's what we call the ebook.
Yeah.
And then,
so yeah, the ebook, this one. Okay. So.
Okay, thank you. But I would like to share the, I mean, I would like, I don't know, I will be interested in to learn more about the manual, because in fact, my third question, probably not for this 1 hour and not to be answered now, but how do you do it with your personal life? No, I can see it, how it fits also in personal planning, if that exists. But yeah, just an open question. Don't need to answer, and great if somehow we can have a little bit of inspiration on this sense. Thank you.
Mayra, are you in Spain?
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe you can speak on the phone. I'll ask Javi for your telephone number and we talk. But just to say that with the rest of the group, I'm gonna share as well a bibliography. So from the authors of Dragon Dreaming, and you can read. There are many, like. And then some people are doing Dragon Dreaming for couples, some people are doing Dragon Dreaming for children, and some people are doing Dragon Dreaming for me alone, myself. So it can be, I think it's a project life too. So yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Asir, I think you have another question, right?
Yes, thanks, Kabi. Julia, this was really amazing. I like to see your energy, and you're always smiling and talking so excitedly. It's even though you don't enjoy talking to a screen, but it was fantastic to receive that. I'm sure we all felt it. So thank you for that. My question is a bit like, I want to know what you mean by objectives. You know, is it ideas, or are they like what do you mean by objective? And and also like, yeah, okay, and also like, yeah, okay. So if you can answer that, and then I have something.
Very, very, very good question. I missed that part because sometimes, well, yeah, okay. My way of understanding an objective is, if I see myself, I look at my project in, let's say, 12-month time, 12 months, what are the things, like the little flags that I would have, placed, like I have achieved this, and I have achieved this other thing, and I have achieved this other thing, no? Like real specific, I would say, like flags. I don't know, I see them like conquering something. So it can also be looked as a newspaper headline. So if they're going to talk in these 12 months about my project, like the press, what would I like to have written on that headline? So this company has done this, or this organization has done that. So that's for me an objective. And it allows me to be very, very specific.
So it's not about ideas, or it's not that we should work in this area or do this or that. It's about something we have already achieved, and you envision, like, that's what you're saying. So you can get clarity and move on to.
An objective is something that you need to achieve in order to get to your final dream, to your final destination, to create your project. And very important, in Dragon Dreaming, we don't dream for 20 years. We dream for maximum 1 year. And we design all the project for 1 year, because the life is changing so fast now that it's very difficult to be able to dream further. So it's kind of this, how do you say it? The business model canvas that is very much working now, this design tool very much working now on small prototypes. So kind of this idea, short periods of time and all the things that I have achieved in order to get to that point.
And also, like, just a technical thing, I really enjoyed your Prezi. Can you look that to go through when we feel like to understand what are the next steps? And also, like, for me, I feel like, because I have experimented at some stages with my idea, and now I'm moving on to exploring that further. So I feel I've already done the, not only the first 2 steps, I've gone ahead. So can I get those other 6 points of yours, and Like, so both those things, yeah.
Okay, yeah, sure. I'll send that as well.
Okay, thank you.
Something that I didn't share before, like for example, about the dragon dreaming wheel, when you're, this is based on systems theory, on life systems theory. So if you look at your life, when you are in childhood, you're a dreamer. You're dreaming a lot. When you're in teenager or you're a teenager, you're planning a lot how you want your life to be. When you're adult, you do a lot. That's my point now. And when you're celebrating, when you're old or you're getting old, you're celebrating. And your day, it's also the same. Just you dream at night, you plan in the morning, you do, and then hopefully you celebrate at night. So it's from the small to the maximum. So it's very much plays in our lives as well. Another question? No? See? No?
Wait. One wants to... Yeah, Elena, let's go with you.
Yes.
Yes, me.
Hello, and thank you for your presentation. I've been having a lot of ideas while you were speaking. Like tomorrow, I'm going to plan a session with my team, and we are going to do this subjective planning. And that has led me to think about. At the beginning, you said that most of the time, every project starts with an individual dream, and in our case, we are a team which is not very well structured, and we live in different countries. And one of the problems that we have is that we do not have a common dream, probably, and meaning that people have different ideas, or we have not taken the time to develop a common vision. And I suppose that would be the first step. And I wonder if in Dragon Dream you have a specific tools, or I can use defining a composition tool, or whatever.
Exactly. We do something. You're very yeah. You got it. We have a tool called the Dreaming Circle, and it's very much the idea of this Dreaming Circle. It's coming from the many Asian tribes concept of sharing dreams in a circle, like many times, until we get to the. It's kind of a spiral. So we start like to share the dream, till we get to the real connection of this team. You know, it's like because what we normally do is like, hey, I want to create that, and then you share it, and then yes, and I want to do that, and then you wanna, and we built on that dream, but we don't really dream together. So we need to create that space, and we say something in Dragon Dreaming: the individual dream must die and be reborn as a collective dream. So when you create a dreaming circle, that I would send you how to do it, then you need to be prepared, like to let your dream die, and now it's our dream. It's really why we're together at this present moment.
Just maybe, Elena, just only to point that in the step 4 that I think we are gonna start it, we have this one challenge that is doing this dreaming circle, and you have an exercises inspired on Dragon Dreaming. Okay.
Okay. And I have a very specific question, which is about when you were talking about celebrating. You said that it is not only about partying, but about receiving feedback. Can you explain this a little bit more?
Okay, 1 minute. I'm gonna go back to the dreaming. It's very important to this dreaming circle that you do it several times. Okay, several times in several moments, because the real motivation that is hidden really inside us, why we're here with these people at this present moment to create this project, it arises when we have been able to share many times in many different days. So what we normally do is we see it, we create this dreaming circle, and we share, and we note the things down, and it's fine. But the more you do it, the more you will get to the real reasons. like the real motivation, and that is very important. So imagine it as a spiral, you know, we want to get to the juicy stuff. Why am I here? Okay, so then about the celebration. Okay, one thing that it's very important, and I don't know your background, but in my business background, fun was something that was out of the world. Okay, so I used to work in management, I used to manage different hospitality companies, and it was just like, you cannot have fun, that's impossible. Okay, you need to come here and work, and that's it, and forget about fun is for your home. Okay, so for us, having fun in your projects, like laughing, doing exercises that are really connecting on a body level, or hugging, or, you know, like all this stuff that allows us to have fun during the project are very important, and these are part of the celebration. As well as going, as we do in Spain, going for a beer and celebrate. And I don't know, in Ethiopia would be like having coffee. Okay, that celebration is important. But at the same time, what I meant before with the exercise that I said is like feedback. It's about being able to share your real feelings with the rest of the people, like to really talk about how you feel, what went well, what went wrong, how can it be changed, and not so much about the project, but about the people. How do we interact? What did I like about you? Why I didn't like? What do I like about myself? What I don't like about myself in this project? So all that, being authentic. That's for me the real feedback.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, we are almost about finishing. So I don't know if anyone has something, to ask to Julia, to this special guest, and or maybe something to share.
I have.
Oh yeah, you have it. So let's go.
What's present in me right now is that, like, I'm really excited with the Impulse game to collaborate with people around the world, and also like the reality that dragon dreaming is difficult across a platform, as you explained. How do you choose a partner? There are so many beautiful people right now, so many wonderful people, so many projects. How do you work with? How do you understand that? How do you figure out a team in this amazing, like, people are here?
Normally we say that for our projects we need to choose choose people that we admire, that we really want to be, that we want them to be a part of our team, or we admire, or that we want them to be a part of our team. But it's not so much about friendship. Remember, friendship is not because that's what we normally tend to do. You know, we have friends and we pick up friends that okay, you're great for this, but no. Why I want you to be part of this is because I'm admiring you, or because I know that you have very good skills that can mean a lot to this project. Okay. But that's what we normally do, but this is very complex. I would say listen to your heart again. Do a pinakari, try to feel the energy of the other person, and trust more your heart and less your logic. The brain is already working too much. So that would be my recommendation.
Awesome, thank you very much.
You're welcome. Okay. Come on. Bueno, it's been a pleasure. It's been an honor, really. Thank you for listening and paying attention to me for 2 hours in this screen. Wow.
Yeah, so we are finishing now. So really, thank you very much for joining the call. It's a pleasure to look at this little screen and all of these faces. And
by the way, I want to say something. By the way, today is my birthday.
Yeah.
I'm 35. I'm getting old.
Yeah, so what I wanted to suggest is before ending, just to open your micro and to say.
Let's sing a song. Let's sing a song.
Yeah, maybe we can sing a song. So maybe we can just sing a song in English or in your language.
Or you can teach us in Spanish and we'll follow you, Kabi.
Yeah, let's do. We are gonna start in Spanish, but anyone please put your micro on and you can continue with your language, right? And then we are gonna close. So let's make a celebration. So I start with the Spanish. Please, the Spanish people can help me, Marta.
Thank you.
Yeah. So that's sorry?
Can I sing my language?
Who is? Oh, Sanam. Sorry?
I want to know if I can sing in my language too.
Yes.
Yeah, I say people can sing in his language and me, I can sing in my language too. Yeah? No.
Yeah. Okay, go. Hello?
Okay. Jibezanywe nawo, jibezanywe nayo, jibezanywe nawo, jibezanywe nawo.
Wow.
Thank you very much.
Can I repeat? People can hear me?
Okay. So just before saying you goodbye, is just that reminding you that we have, after this call, in half an hour, we have a mentoring circle. So with some of you, we are going to continue, and with the others, we are going to continue tomorrow with another mentor circle to really continue working on your projects and your ideas. And yeah, and we are gonna keep keep in contact on the platform, and also with all the challenges. We yesterday, I think, we opened the next step, which is our 5th step. That is the 4 cycle, which is a really important cycle about designing, and this is why we start with the inspiration of Dragon Dreaming. And also to share that we have been in this call with Alejandra, which is a partner of us, which is helping us with the part of the evaluation of the whole Impulse game, and we are gonna have her in different calls, and she's gonna help us and inspire us, and to evaluate and to be to have more como streaming.
Juicy stuff.
Yeah, like to
Extract.
The use of the Impulse game. Yeah. So
Hi there to all of you. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, Alejandra.
Okay. Hey, hello. Now, sorry, because before I tried to talk, but the computer crashed, so I couldn't do it. And thank you for this webinar and for meeting all of you. That I think that it's going to be nice. I'm very happy of being here with you. We see you. I see you later.
Okay, thank you. So, so just to say bye-bye, and let's continue with the game. Bye-bye. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.